everybody. Today we're going to learn how to make a flexagon. A flexagon looks something like this. They're rotating tetrahedrons or 3D, so they're four-sided. A tetrahedron is four-sided and it's made out of 4 equilateral triangles or triangles with equal sides. It's kind of like a cube, and there's 6 of them and they're all connected together and they rotate. Another one would be something like this. It would be 3-colored and it would use 3 squares of paper. But for the solid one, you're only going to need 1 A4 sheet of paper and 4 colors. It's a 4-sided, right? So let's get started. Now we're going to see how we're going to fold it. So first what you do is you fold the paper in half like you're making a card. You don't want to crease it so much, just fold it lightly. And then you open it back, and then you take this corner, and then you fold it as if you're making a square. Right down to the center line. And then you fold it. And you do the same with the other side. You fold it down to the middle. Now what we need to do is tear out the excess. So by doing that, we flip it over. And then we pull the excess backwards. And then we can tear by creasing it a lot. So let's align here. And I'm going to crease it and then tear it apart. So at the end, you'll have 2 joined squares, which is the goal here. So you just slowly tear and make sure you crease a lot because this is excess. I guess you can use other sheets of paper, not just A4. As long as you get 2 joined squares. So now that we have that, we can throw that away. So after we have that, we're going to fold this in half. So it's supposed to be long. It's like and then we're now going to crease, just fold, and then you open it, and then you put this to the middle. And then you crease here. And do the same with the other side. Now you got this long strip of paper. So what you do is now you fold it in half. I guess there's already a line there. And then you fold that in half again. Both the sides. And so now you have 4 squares. So now all we need to do is make a like. So I'm going to fold the edge inside. So here are 4 squares, and then I'm going to take this corner, this last corner, and take it to this square, to make another half line inside that. So you can see we're making squares inside squares, and then do the same for the opposite side. Fold it inside. And then do the same to the third. So now we have an 8 by 2 grid basically. See, there are 8 squares here and 2 squares here. Now what we're going to do is we're not going to mind about this part because this is extra kind of, but not exactly extra. This is going to help her to do the talking in process. So we're only going to use this part. Forget this part. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner and this corner, okay? And then kind of fold. So basically I made a fold from this corner to that corner. Now we're going to take this corner and fold it to this corner. So we kind of start. And then we fold it all the way to this last corner. And you might want to crease here. So I made a fold from this corner to that corner. Now we're going to take this corner, like this one, and then fold it all the way to this one. And then lastly, we're going to take this corner and fold it. So now we got lines this way, now we have to do it the other way. So we take this corner, and then fold it. Now we're going to take this top corner and fold it all the way there. Some tips for when you start folding this. First align it and see if it's correct and then start creasing it, because these lines are kind of hard. So you want to be really careful. So you want to be right at the point, or else it's not going to make the best triangle. See, we're making triangles here. You can see there's a fake triangle. Now we're going to take this, let's fold this. We're going to take this corner and this corner. Fold it. And then we're going to take this corner and then fold it to this corner. So now we have, basically what we've done is we made X's within the rectangle. See, there's a rectangle here and we made an X. So that's what you're supposed to do. Now, if you want to color it, you can. And if you want to do that, you flip it over, okay? So you can see this weird, you can see the rhombuses. And so now we can start coloring it. So I chose 4 colors because this is 4-sided. So I'm going to mark the places where I'm going to color one color. So this is, you can see this is a border. See? And then here's that faint line that we did earlier. So this is only going to be half a triangle. So technically this is also side number 1. So both of these are 1. And so are the other pink outlines. So these are also 1. And then these are all 1. And these are all 1s. And so are the last 2 pairs. So these are all 1s, okay? So the next color, it's going to be a little different. So this is the boundary between these 2 colors. So this is number 2. And then so is this. So basically you're going straight across. See, I'm going like here. And then all of these are 2. So those are all 2s. So the next color is going to be the same. We start from this, and then so this is a 3. Oh no. This is also going to be a 3. 3. 3. And 3. So you can see straight across. And obviously the last one is going to be a 4. So this is going to be 4. And all the, like the empty ones are going to be 4s. You can see. So this is also going to be a 4. 4. 4. 4. And then 4. So now all you have to do is just color it. I think the colors, like the color coding, is really simple. It's just straight across. Except, like you could see, this one is only half of that triangle, so it has 2 sides. Otherwise, all the other ones are like whole triangles. So now all we have to do is color it. After you've colored your Flexagon, now we're going to assemble it. Now, before you do it, I strongly suggest that you fold it, kind of crease it, like, so that when assemble it, it'll be easier. So after you've done that, you take the side that you haven't colored, and then you can see their tiny pocket, like a pocket here. You insert that through the pocket. So after you've done that, you just push it inside. Just be careful not to crumble the paper. So it should slide in like that. So now it should look like this. So after you've done that, so you see this triangle, right? You're going to kind of do that, and then kind of fold it on the top, not in the middle. So like I'm only folding it here, so that will be easier. Now after you've done that, we're going to take this, so this top part only, and then we're going to fold it inside and do the same with the other two sides. And so after we fold it inside, we're going to flip and do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So you want to be really careful. So all the parts should be puffing out except this top one, because it's inside. Now, the last part is kind of hard. You're going to hold these down, and then you're going to take these corners and push those inside. So I've already pushed in one, so just one more. This looks like a watermelon. So I'm going to try once again. It would be much more helpful if you put all three corners at the same time, and then you do the same with the other side. So you're going to push all three the same thing. And that's it actually. Now, here's where you're going to need tape. So you start flexing. And so now you see they're like these open pockets. You can put tape on them if you want. I usually leave them like that, such as this one. It kind of like stays there. But if you really want to, you can always put some tape. And then you wanna just do it slowly when you first assemble it, because you can start to puff up. And then you just slowly do it until you got it got used to it, kind of, you know. And then after that, you can start flexing with it. But some things to remember: you don't want to kind of pressure those corners, because this might happen. And you want to be really careful with those, or else it's going to fall apart. And like I said, you can always use tape if you want, but for me that kind of ruins the image. And that's pretty much it actually. And then also you can also add tape here if you don't want to we put that inside, right? So if you don't want that to slip outside, which is probably not going to happen, you can always do that. So that's it. Thank you for watching.